Hello, peeps and hello, peppers, and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. If you've never been here, hello, stranger. It's great to have you here. My name is Frida Martins. I am a German artist living in Iceland. I have multiple disabilities, and on Tuesdays, I am always reading tarot. I'm just beginning to learn this, but I don't think that makes me any less. I am kind of on a journey to learn to appreciate what I have and what I can do. So, my theme today is what can we do for the community to protect each other? And I decided to have this reading accompanied by this flower agate that looks a little bit like stracciatella ice cream because it has these little blue dots inside. I would kind of have to hold it against the light, but you don't see that well through the camera. Now it looks a little bit like the world in a mist. The Three of Pentacles. Of course, pentacles are always something with richness. Yes, we can share our richnesses, our talents. This cat is like a light in the dark. This is like a labyrinth, like a maze. I mean, of course, it's also a pentagram, but it reminds me a little bit of this maze. I'm playing this computer game called Drop the Cat, where you have to push the boxes around in order to get the cats into the boxes, but you cannot move the cats. And that actually makes me think you can't move some people, but you can move the boxes in which they think. And sometimes you have to move the boxes in ways that you can't think of yet. So let's be open for what comes our way and how we can move the boxes. It's also like one red cat and two blue ones. Red and blue is like this frequent contrast, like male and female, fiery and innocent. The Virgin Mary. One of my favorite tarot readers is called Mary, by the way. Here, those have circles on their foreheads, like many people who I know overthink a lot. And the circles are like the thoughts are circling in the head. Like that doesn't come out right. Many things that I say don't come out right, but I hope you can bear with me, and I hope you can take something positive home from this reading. Death is always a new beginning. So I actually also would say it's a community project to take the taboo of dying. People who know me may also know that I am an activist for like self-determined and well accompanied end of life treatments wherever this is needed. I know this is like a very controversial topic, but now actually my flow of thoughts and the universe sort of tells me we should take on the controversial topics in our lives. Like this is a map with a compass. So maybe this cat is waking over the sticks, like the flow to the underworld. So I am not saying we should all like change to the underworld now, but maybe be aware of the underworlds of our minds. Actually, this here reminds me of the logo of a certain organization that they also often cited in like the ethics classes at school, where actually, let's say, people try to manipulate other people with religious excuses that were actually monetary. So this card is also a story of keeping your own ethics in mind and not let yourself be manipulated. It's okay to be in situations where you're sometimes stripped of everything, like the importance of looks and stuff. But how to say this? Think of what is really important to you. Put your whiskers, your antennas out, and do what is really important for you. And don't let other people or organizations convince you otherwise. Like this pendant is somewhere on the cat, but it doesn't seem like really connected to the cat. So if you have a piece of jewelry that may be important, that also looks like a compass here, or also like such a particular clock I'm getting now, like both astronomical clocks and sun clocks, and now I have to think of a Comtois clock that actually was featured in a collector's show that I watched a couple of years ago, when a young boy brought this clock into repair, and he beamed with passion when he said he wanted to be like a clockmaker. So the old clockmaker actually taught him how to repair this clock, because let's say the clock had a problem where it rang and struck like at the times where it shouldn't, so that got on everyone's nerves. But actually this little boy, he was, I don't know, 12 years old, but he was so convinced that he wanted to be a clockmaker. And now I have to kind of cry when I think of this story, because that made me think, what did I want to be all my life? What did I tell people I wanted to be when I was 12 years old? Yeah, I wanted to be like something like an archaeologist or like linguist for old languages. And I wanted to be a painter and a novelist. I still want to decipher Etruscan. And I was so proud the other day when I recognized some common words in a Basque movie. So, well, this is actually like not preaching about my spilled milk here, but the clock is, of course, precious time. The clock is also time management. The clock is also like doing with your time what is really important to you. Here is the star. Yes, and this is like a tricolored cat. So it's like the most tricolored cats are female. And she has 2 different colored eyes. So let's show our true colors. Let's be the star with what matters to us. I know there might be different degrees on what is how doable. Like, I can't decipher Etruscan at random, but the journey is the destination. And now, like, my most important project is, of course, storytelling. And actually, it would be, to me, in today's time, even more important than Etruscan would be, like, to learn more about Desmostilians and more about the ocean ecosystem, and form a community around my sea monsters. I mean, like an inclusive community. Yes, where I can be the star, but also where other people can be the stars, and where the people don't overwhelm each other. I mean, we all know that stars, principally, like in a scientific way, are big balls of gas. Quote Lion King, Pumbaa in your life. Everything's gas. But that also means like we people, we have a lot of heat and chemicals inside us. And actually, in some contexts, this heat and chemicals deserves to come out. And we can be stars and guiding stars for each other. And I mean, this kitty has almost like a halo, and her ears are really see-through. So let's let that shine through. Like the smallest things that we ever want to be could be the biggest difference. And now the star and some other things are falling down. What does that mean? The 8 of Cups. Okay, 8 is my favorite number. It's like a number of movement. I mean, this little kitty drinks tea, and but this is the same red as the ears of the previous cat. Really innocent-looking blue eyes. The moon is a theme here, like intuition, especially female intuition. These thingies there. I mean, they are supposed to be seashells, I assume, but they look like trilobites. That's like this really creepy fossil animal. But actually, I am coming to appreciate it because it is in most fossil books. And I mean, of course, it looks a little bit gross, but maybe we have things in our lives that look gross and that still want to be seen in a way. Like the big eyes could be like, yeah, see something from a different angle. And I mean, this could be grandma's old cups, but they're coming to a new use. I sometimes feel pretty old and I sometimes feel pretty useless. But then again, I grew up with my grandma who had a lot of knowledge and used all the broken things for something good. And really also took good care of the things because she knew that it shouldn't be taken for granted that we have good things. So, yes, you deserve good things, but they also deserve maintenance. And here, the ears are not so see-through. The ears are very hairy, and who knows, maybe the hairs help with heightening the senses. So this is more like, okay, you don't need to dish up everything to everybody. But you need to learn. And that is part of the movement, like to listen to your intuition, to grow a thick fur so nobody can annoy you. And this here shines through the 9 of Wands. This is also like, this is fire element. This is, looks a little bit like magma. Like, yes, when I wanted to comment on someone else's tarot reading on YouTube today, I also wanted to comment on that an element of the picture looked like a magma chamber, but that actually didn't happen because I forgot to say it and because I don't know if the person would have appreciated that. But the point about magma chambers is they are often underneath and you never know where the earth cracks open. So it could be that something in our souls crack open in the process of doing something for the community, protecting the community. And I would say, as good as that gets, embrace the movement, embrace the changes. And if something cracks in your life, maybe that was meant to be this way. Take a step back, mind your own safety, and make something out of it. And I wish you a beautiful evening. Bye bye.